Yes, children, good morning. How is it going? I want to remind you something to have effective lesson, please. Some of you are using your pen to write something on the screen. You don't need to do this because it's disturbing us and it's disturbing our lesson. Please, if you want to say something, just go to chat. Okay? You can write any message you want to write. Chat. I can show you where is it. You can click the participant, or you will, if you are using your phone, you will see down the chat. When you chat anything, we are going to see, we are going to read. Okay? Can you hear me? Raise your hand. Few. Okay, all good. So please, to have effective lesson, please and please just you write your message on chat part, not on the screen, please. And here manually, I will off your voice. If you want to speak, you have two options. Either you raise your hand in the portal, you see, raise your hand. I will see you, okay, you want to say something, I will unmute you. Or you can slide your screen by smartphone. You can tap and speak if you want to speak. Okay? So now your lesson is national value is ready, it's coming. Let me open the slide. Okay. Which one? Family. The first one. First one. Good. Let us share.
Good morning, students. Today, Monday, our topic is family, national values. If you could remember last week, we discussed about people and their environment. And I told you last week that when we are talking about environment, we have physical environment, we have social environment. Physical environment has to do with some of those physical things we can see in our various environments, while the social environment has to do with interaction among people living in the environment. So today's topic is family once again. If you have any question, just make use of the chat area and I will reply you. So the behavioral objective for this lesson, by the end of the lesson, at least you'll be able to define family and state some functions of a family. When we say functions of family, that means we take a look at the two, all the members of the family, the father, mother, and the children. Then we'll try to take a look at the kinds of family, then the characteristics of small and large family size. Now, let's start from the definition of a family. So you copy the note later, just lazy. The family is the basic unit of a social organization. What do we mean by this? That is, that happens to be where we started our life from. So, and it consists of the people who are closely related by blood and their marriage. I mean, for you to say, so person is a member of my family, it's either you were both or you are both related by blood or marriage. That is what we mean by family. So when we are talking about family, there are two kinds of family. We have the nuclear family and the extended family. Functions of family. So this function, we are taking a look at the general functions of family. That means we take a look at that of the father, mother, and their children together. The chat area. How will I know the chat? Okay. So the first function of the family gave birth to children. I can, if I want to reply this,
just type in.
Okay.
No, it's not by typing because
Okay. Now, family gives birth to children. From the definition of the family that we have defined before, we said family has to do with relationship, those that are related by blood or marriage. And if you take a look at the first point on this function, say family gives birth to children. And we can't have children if marriage has not taken place. That is what that means. One of the purposes of marriage is to have children. Then the second point there is that it provides formal and informal education for the children. It's the responsibility of the family or all the family members to make sure that they are all educated. That means the formal education must be provided, especially for the children. And then this informal, this one has to do with. So please don't write now. You wait after the explanation. You can then come up with can then write your note. So just hold on and listen. So when we are talking about this informal education, it has to do with some of the trainings that we learn from our parents or in the neighborhood. And some of this informal education has to do with our ways of life in each particular group or ethnic. For instance, our mode of dressing, the ways of greeting, and some other things that we learn at home. That one is informal. But that of the formal has to do with education or the learning we get from the four walls of the classroom. That is, this one has to do with teacher and the student, like the one we are doing now. So it is the responsibility of the family to make sure that their children are educated. I think you are following. Their children are educated. And that is the more reason why we organize this kind of program, at least for you to be educated and to be enlightened. Then the third point, it socializes the children according to the culture of the people. That means it is the responsibility of the family to make sure that the children learn new things. They learn new things and they are also adapted to the environment. That is another point there. Then family.
Okay, no.
Okay. So we are saying on the functions of the family. Don't copy note now, you copy it later, please. So we say family gives birth to children. That's the first one. As I said earlier on, that the family gives birth to children. The purpose of marriage is to give birth to children. And that is one of the purposes and one of the functions of the family. Then family provides formal and informal education for the children. I've explained that one as well. Then family socializes the children according to the culture of the society. That means the children will learn new things as far as the society is concerned. Then family provides food, clothing, and shelter for their children. So you can type your question, I will answer you. Then the fifth point there, family helps to develop the character of its member. That means there are some character that we are going to learn from the family, especially how to behave in the society, greeting of elders, how to adapt in the society. All these good characters, the good moral behavior, are what we are going to learn from our family members. Then the parents settle disputes that may arise among family members. For instance, if you are quarreling with whether your senior brother or your elderly brother or some of your younger ones, so your parents will settle it amicably between two of you. Now, somebody is asking a question now. Sir, can we say family can be rated by adopting? No. You can't say you want to adopt. When you say abduction, don't see everybody, don't see anyone. Can you please repeat that question? Retype it and let me see it clearly. That's a question raised by Brian. Brian, retype the question, please. Yes. No, I don't. So the kinds of family. The first one is we have the nuclear family. This is a simple family that is made up of parents and their children. That is, we talk about the father, the mother or mothers, and their children. Now, this is an example of a small family size. As you can see, we have the father, we have the mother, and their children. So this one is an example of the small family size, which happens to be the nuclear family. Now, let's take a look at the characteristics. The characteristics of a small family size. That is, what are the features of having a small family size? Like the picture that I've just rightly shown, that is where we have the father, the mother, and the two children. What are the characteristics of having a small family size? The first one there is, it is raised mainly through monogamous marriage. When we say mono means one. That means a husband and the wife, and with one wife. So when we're talking about small family size, mainly raised by a small family, which is from monogamous marriage. And the second point there is that they are usually few in number. Look at, as you can see from the picture, how many members of the family can you see from this picture now? They are just four. We have the father, we have the mother, and their two children. That is the reason why I said they are usually few in number. They are not always many. Then the third point, it is easier and better to take care of the members. Because for the fact that there are not many, so the family members will have proper care. So they'll be given the right type of education, and their welfareism will be okay, and at least they will enjoy that family. Then the fourth point that I'm having here is that it is easy to control and discipline members of a small family, a small size family. That means you'll be able to carry all the members along. They will be disciplined, and there will be proper monitoring. Now, the second kind of family, that is an extended family. The extended family is one which consists of the father, mother, or mothers, as well as some other relations, such as your uncles, your aunt, your grandparents, and so on and so forth, living together in one house or compound. So as you can see, this one is being termed as an extended family. Now let us take a look at some of the characteristics of having a large family size. Before then, you can see from this picture, this is an example. This picture is showing us an example of having a large family size. You can see there we have the grandparents, the grandfather, the grandmother, the father, the mother, the children, the uncle, the aunt. You can see this one is an example of a large family size. Now let's take a look at the characteristics of large family size, or having a large family size. The first point there is it is raised mainly through polygamous marriage. When we are talking about having a polygamous marriage, that is when a man marries from two. And so in such family, it's very, very obvious that there will be many in that family. Then the offspring could be too many. So that's another point. And taking care of the members will be very, very difficult. The more hands are available to work together as a team, although whenever they want to do things together, excuse me, you will have enough members of the family to work together as a team. So I have class activities there, but before I go there, let me quickly answer some of your questions. So yes, question raised by, I think this is Royan. You can also, an adopted children can also be part of the nuclear family members. Only that there are some protocol that needs to be followed. We have to be giving some backing from the government before we can adopt. So definitely, adopted children can be part of a nuclear family. If you can hear me, you don't need to see me. If you can hear me, just listen to, there's no need for you to see me. Just listen to the conversation and the teaching, you can hear me. That is Farida Arasi. Your family can be related by having a stepbrother or stepmother, so you can as well be related by them. That is a question from Royan. So if you have any other question, I'm still going through the question. Please stop abusing yourself. Just ask question that has to do with this topic. Okay. So class activities. So quickly solve this question and send the answer to me now. And you'll be awarded accordingly. Waiting for your response. I need only answer, please. Only answer. Question by Farid David. You will write later, from the YouTube. So don't write now, just do the class activities. Is it possible to? Then I should restart. The award is not by Kaisho. Mark. You don't need money now. Mark. Ramatullah. So I'm giving you marks, part of your CA. You write after the class, please. You can't marry your sibling. For example, as far as our own. Okay. My question,
Yeah.